That was Psycho. Not the movie, but the song by System of a Down. How are you doing today? The sir was asking about the picture on the right. I was answering the picture on the left. I got confused. Yeah, that one is just, it's a cutscene storage. Like, it has a lot of contrast on it. I put the contrast by hand because I want to make it look like a Kill la Kill scene. But the effect is from cutscene storage. Or is it? Wait a second. Maybe it's not. Maybe it's from Sepia cinematics. I will need to see like the date of the photo. Hello there. To know if it was before cutscene storage. Maybe it was from the Sepia cinematics.
Into that darkness peering.
But I do not. I don't quite remember which one. Yo, Stella, how you doing? Alright, so last time I was on Simon's. I didn't know quite what to do. I'm still trying to figure out what to do here. Doing fine? Great. There was some ideas last time. Let's see. Like, we need a pause no matter what. And then the assignments. It should be the same. I need the enchant for later. That's fine. I need these two. Do that. Alright, so that part shouldn't change. Just the next part. So let's see. Like, I can just do a moving spell from here. I don't need to start anything before. Oh no, I need the gun. I need the spell before, never mind. So, So I guess we can open this now. Whatever. Just the same pause. Or I guess in that case I'd rather do a spell before doing this to start the glitch. Yo, Never Fear, how you doing? Like here, I start with spell. So we already have a spell for the thing. But I'm still gonna need another pause for this. Hang on a second. You're fine. I'm doing pretty good. A little bit tired as usual. But there's not too much to do about that. You're near bedtime? I see. What time is there? Was it like you're from France, I think? I mean, you talk French, but I'm not I don't know if you're from France. One 30 a.m. Yeah, so that's the usual 6 hours, I think. France, I see. I have a couple of friends from France. 2 friends that study physics, and they travel to France to keep studying. Well, the big thing last time was that I wasn't able to move during the reveal cutscene. So in that scenario, I don't really know if this will save any time. I have the okay. I'm trying to figure out a way to modify the current road for this part using freecast, just moving spells. More moving in a cutscene more than a cutscene skip. Yeah, I can just move there. They don't even need that record. They can't really assign it before. Lady, why? Oh, I can't cancel that. Did the other finish? Yeah, the other one finished. Why is it finish? Okay, there it didn't. Confused. Got the sprites of Maximilian, nice. So, Nemerfear, I was wondering what is your aim or your goals, like your main goals towards the randomizer? Or you still don't have like clear goals? Because I know everything just helps going there, but gone, it's a nightmare. I see. Like this thing. No, where's the check? That's the check. That one. Yeah, there's a lot of details. Like, do you have what kind of structure you want for the randomizer? You think? Like, if you have a general idea of, let's say, what would be the objectives of one uh, one match of randomizer or something like that, or you're still just in the phase of like trying to figure out stuff. Oh, I have many ideas. I just need to. I mean, I just wanted to know if you had like first degree out conditions. Hmm. I can't really think of something here. So never mind. I think I'm gonna go for Postmax. Or maybe like something I can do now. It's Guardian Dead Skip. Well, actually, getting a magic road isn't that useful yet. So never mind. Let's go for Alex 6 rather. Alright, reveal doesn't really take as much time. Unless I can move inside the room, but I don't think we have stuff to do that yet. Oh, there was something in Discord. Right? I haven't summons. Interesting. There was something posted by Pound. Let's watch that. Okay, what is this? Oh wait, let me pause my emulation first. Okay. There's a lot of stuff going on here. Okay. What the fuck is that? What the fuck? What? What is that fucking entity? Jesus. Yo, Leslie, how you doing? That was so weird. It was a kind of a, I don't know, like a replica or a clone of the character you were controlling, something like that. Doing alright? How's it going? It's going pretty alright. Sample of condition, get G plus. So you're trying to make logic. That's what you're doing right there, Nemephir. Yeah, but what I was trying to say is that yeah, logic path. But what I'm trying to say is that like to make a logic path, you need to strive for a goal and like certain objectives to give to the player. Like for instance, you can like cut a lot of stuff, you know, because I mean it all depends on you because it's your thing that you're doing. But like there's some stuff that doesn't need to be on a randomizer, I think, or rather that you can cut to have more possibilities. But I guess well, it really depends on what you want to do. I mean, it kind of had the colors of the Trapper, right? And I guess the white thing can't really say. Well, maybe he has some of the textures of the sword, but who knows? Okay, so there's really I don't think do we have a way to use like freak us into a new room with like using one of these things? You were exploring stuff like this, so I guess we don't know yet. Because if there is a method, then maybe we can like move in the cutscene that is here, like here on this cutscene. There might be a way to move, but I'm not sure. Sure. Logical encode. Okay, so I'm gonna phrase it with an idea I have for a randomizer, which I think like my idea for a randomizer would be kind of make a quest to beat Alex Enga. So basically everything, not everything, but almost everything is open from the beginning. Something like, or rather, let's say, I'm not sure about everything yet, but basically you're gonna have like a random path of chapters, and the idea is that you're going to unlock different things in the chapters, and the objective is to play until you have all the tools necessary to beat Enga, and that isn't necessarily completing all the chapters, you know. So there's like just a handful of things that you need to complete Enga, and once you have those, you have the go, and you can actually go to Enga and just beat the game. Now that requires a lot of logic, but basically, what I think is that hopefully the randomizer cuts as much as it can, so it's not like Like you can do 100% run if you want and complete everything. Okay, but something really cool about randomizers is that you have this go condition at some point when you have like anything necessary to beat the game, which is kind of an any percent randomizer if you want. Um, so, for instance, for Enga, and here's another thing: we can you can also randomize the amount of runes or the amount of portals you need on Enga. So there's like 1 to 9 portals, and this is similar to what Ocarina of Time does with the trials at the end of the game. So when you make a seed, the seed will decide how many portals are already active. You can do that with flags, and that will decide the amount of things you need to beat Enga. You know, like for instance, let's say um, portal number 3 is active. That's the one of the summons. So if that one is already active, then you don't need summons to beat the game. And I think a good idea for that is to give clues to the player of what portals are already active. And you can do that on items on Alex, like the diary pages from Edward and Max. So as soon as that also gives a reason for the player to go seek those items. So then when you find one of those diary pages, it will say something like Enga has portal number 3 and number 4 clean. So you don't need those. And then well, I'm all about like randomizing spells or rather randomizing runes. So like a certain chapter will give you a random set of runes, and then you can either do logic for those runes to be useful later or just don't. I mean, I guess it's up to not that necessary because you can cut a lot of stuff with flags.
The
But like I think the cooler thing about that is that um you can get a lot more freedom on, for example, the order of the chapters, you know? Because as it is right now, almost every chapter needs everything before it, you know? Like the only chapters that don't need anything are like Pius, Elia, and Edward. I think those are the only ones. And I guess Roberto, if you put glitch logic because of zombie hover. Um, and technically, Edward needs Anthony because you need mix, but that can be set up with flags, I guess. So everything else needs something from the other chapters. And even Anthony, for example, if you randomize runes, Anthony is not possible because you need enchantment, you know? So just getting all those things out of the picture and like making every chapter self-contained, like it doesn't require the specific spell of that chapter, for instance. Like on Paul, there is no damage field, so you don't actually need Paragon, stuff like that. And then you can just make that the spells that you get on chapters will just open paths on Alex instead. More than a random final spell, because I think that might be kind of boring for the player because you have to try different runes. Although that's if there is a clue, I'm totally alright with that. I just don't want the player to have to grind so much. For me, it's more about having some of the portals already active, so you don't have to go for that portal at all. You can just skip it. It also makes Enga a little bit more interesting because it's gonna be different each time, and there's just stuff that you don't need and you can skip.
Ancient's influence was incredible. From
Okay, here I kind of want to see if I can move. There's two cutscenes where I want to see if I can move. The horror and the necklace one. Been thinking about many shuffle modes. For example, item shuffles only on chapters. Random entrances. That one is really hard to make though. Like I recommend don't start with random entrances because the logic is so hard. Or I guess you can go no logic, but that's like you need a lot of glitches. Yeah. No, but that's good for the future for sure. It's gonna be super interesting. Like the only problem about Eternal, like if you want to randomize items and keep logic and keep your logic and keep it interesting, you always have the risk of the player not finding an item and then beating a chapter and then there is a softlock. So for me there's two solutions to that are like reasonable, let's call it. One is make items just self-contained on the chapter, so you can get something for Elia in Max, unless it's a mandatory item. But in general, it won't be not mandatory because it's for Elia, it's not for Max. Or if you wanted to make it mandatory, it's more logic again. And the other option would be something like being able to come back to chapters, but that's even more hard, I think. No, for sure, for sure. But I think it's hard. Like, um, and it's a little bit limiting because you gotta go only for mandatory items. Like every item you can skip, the player can miss that item by accident, then finish the chapter, and then it's softlock. Well, if you can do that, that would be kind of cool. Like if you can like enter and re-enter a chapter, that would be absolutely crazy because then you can randomize everything and like make it like other games where you have to go to one chapter to get something, then come back to another one, and then come back again to the other. That would be beautiful. It's just that I find it kind of hard to make it. But yeah, that would be amazing actually, for sure. Yeah, but the thing is, again, with the randomized, if you have randomized items between chapters, you always have to look for what are the mandatory ones. I mean, it's just a restriction, and it's actually you can do it. Like there's several mandatory items in chapters, so it's not that bad actually. So here, I can technically try the enchant thing. I guess. I don't want to hear those crabs. So goodbye. It's around here, maybe. For the moment, I need to learn to move an item to another room and patch the game code. Yeah, that alone is so hard. Yeah, like just like Aditu said, items are so crazy. We already knew they were crazy, but not really how much. Like you can choose to either keep digging there, which it's gonna be like you necessary at some point, or you can choose to start with more easy stuff because there's a lot of stuff that is way easier. For example, like getting, I don't know, like some of the things I would love to have randomized is, for example, stats, and it's very simple. I think like the stats can have a range of possible values from, like, I don't know, 50 maybe, or 75, which is the minimum, whatever you want, to like 150 or 200 even. 150 is Kareem, is the maximum one. You can randomize stamina from like 10k to 30k, randomize magic, sanity, all those. And also there is like enemy HP if you want. You can randomize enemy HP. It's not that hard to find enemy HP, although I don't know how much it changes on the memory from one enemy to another. So there's things like that. Like those things are more simple. And another thing is like randomized text. Although that one is completely just for fun. Like I've seen, there's an option on Ocarina Randomizer for randomized text, and it's so fucking hilarious to see randomized text that it doesn't make sense. No, of course you have to mess with the code, absolutely. But do you have the pointers? Because I need to post the pointers. Like now we always have access to stats at every moment. They're not dynamic anymore. So I'm not saying it's easy, but it's definitely easier than items. you know, that's for sure. Oh wait, I need a no magic message. Around. That's too much. It's around there. No, I need one more. So maybe there. Yeah, that should be enough. Nah, it just cancels. It doesn't behave like the other one. That kind of sucks. But the pointer for stamina is already there. That's what I'm trying to say. Like Aditu already did that. Aditu and People Toast I don't know about the function, because I don't know too much about hacking, but the pointer is there. We already have it. Actually, moving here is only useful. Is there a way for me to move here? It hacks. Like this. Okay. Okay, this has collision. That was the only thing I cared. Because if it doesn't have collision, similar to Edward's Keep, then this might be useful. But with collision, I mean, there's still the possibility of grabbing this, which is not bad. Oh, that is a thing. Where am I? And then I can go away. So moving in that cutscene wouldn't be that bad. Although, again, it only saves time with this. But then if we can move in the other one, there's the tiniest possibility that is faster than Bronze Skip. But again, very tiny possibility. One shot kill. Yeah. Yeah, you can either do that or like if you want everything to kill on one shot, like even enemies looking at you without sanity, for example, you can always just give 1 HP to the player because everything does what more than 1 damage or at least 1 damage. That's the easier way to do it. I'm so sad that this right here doesn't work. Feels like it should work. Just cancels it. Like, what is different between this cutscene and Max? I go to bed, don't worry. Just gotta sleep. Most likely not. I'm not gonna be here, but who knows? If things go crazy, I can stream for a lot. But anyway, have a good night, Fear. Well, we don't really have summon here, so I can't even test other stuff. Like, we just have a handful of things here. I have this. And that's about it. Can I even pause there? I haven't tried pause. But probably not. Yeah, no. Things don't work here. Well, that sucks. See you, enemy fear. Okay, so I can do something similar here to see if there's movement on this cutscene. That might be enough. Might be too far here. You can move during the damage field, cast, make it easier. Oh, you mean on skip? That's right. Well, I cannot pause during enchant. Can you pause after one of these? No, I can't pause it. I mean, you had some methods for pausing on enchant, but I don't think it's gonna be useful here. You're in a place that will typically fail and force it to work with a text box. There's no way it's faster than bronze skip. No, I know there's no way, but I just want to know, you know. Like, imagine it's 5 seconds slower and it's easier. It's always good to know. But yeah, I can't really pause here, so there's not. I don't really have an option for this part. Unless it was just a beep run, but not really that. I guess we're going for bronze skip. Okay. Let's take a look at easier strats. Slower than the intended path. What thing? Like, we don't even have anything. Why are you comparing with? Warp into the horror? I know what you're talking about. You have a method to do something like that? Oh wait, yeah, yeah. I kind of remember you having a method for that. Plus, during Shan could probably do it. Oh, okay. Yeah, but there is a lot of track, like you said. Yeah, like that one could be slower than the intended path. Like idea, my dream was that the gate at the horror didn't have collision during the cutscene, and then if we can move there, we can just go past it. And from there, there's still a little bit of backtrack, and then Silver Skip is kind of awkward, but that feels faster than Bronze Skip. But it's not a thing because the collision is there, so whatever. So here, I guess I can kind of set up with a Reco like that. I don't know if that position is good though. Should be kind of alright. It's too fast. I definitely have more time. But no, I actually want as soon as possible. I'm gonna lose too much magic. That is a lot of magic. Yeah, I don't think so. Sadly. I mean, there's probably a better way, but... Although, I don't really need to do the recovery there. I can just do it here, right? And from there we have... Alright, that might be better. Okay, that looks more promising. And I recover all my sanity too. It's kind of cool. Now I just need to get the good position, which I'm kind of bad at. Like I noticed from the last... Was it the TIS? I think. I don't remember. But no, it was some practice, offline practice for 90%. I noticed that my worst part about this, what I'm worst at, is just getting a good position of the damage field. Like, I just don't really have a way to know, or I can't find a way to know when the damage field is alright. And that was kind of why I wanted to start doing it near the wall, because on the wall I have like very good visual cues with the lines and all that. Anything that is not on the wall is a mess for me, because the distance here is super weird because of the camera. Like a slight difference, it's actually a big distance difference, and kind of sucks. What? Like that's super far away. Well, I think this is promising. Like, I cannot totally tell because I'm just so bad at the trick in general. So I won't see more success. But it's kind of cool to get the sanity plus more free time to don't fail. No, it's like pretty off. boy. Just give me one. Also, sometimes it just cancels. It just decides to cancel sometimes. Oh, maybe when the other finishes. Might be that. Okay. Just go with that. Does messing this up get you stuck in the wall permanently? No. No, there is like, depending on how you, like, if you don't get any kind of clip, you're just free immediately. And there is some scenarios where you're gonna get kind of stuck. You get kind of on a small clip, so you don't really make it into the wall, and you're gonna be stuck between the wall and the zombie for like a little bit of time. And when that happens, you're gonna be free as soon as the zombie dies. So, like on runs, I usually even kill the zombie with a shotgun, you know, to get free immediately. Oh, you sucker! Did that just happen? Yeah, same thing can be done here, but this one is just, it's too consistent to do anything like that. I want to see something about the magic here. If I waste that there, then here I'm out of magic. Okay, so if I fail one, I can't really afford another one. Probably nothing to do on this one. I don't think so. Like you can get a guarantee one if you want, but probably not worth it. It's like way too much time. But you can do it. I was just thinking, like, what if I get an early one, but then I don't really have magic for another, so. Like, whatever. Okay, now the important part is the horror. There's the hallway skip right here. So I kind of want to measure this. The question is, where can I save? Because I need to save. I guess right here. Or it can be on the horror one. Yes. I just killed the horror. I'm gonna get some save states for later. Just go there first. Definitely don't remember how to do this though. Always skip. Okay. I think it starts with the dispel. That would suck a little bit. Yeah, it starts with the dispel, so we need an extra pause. The first spell is a dispel, right there. And then it just finishes the dispel, and this can be a no magic message instead of an enchant. I actually don't have any other pause. Not really. After net leg, I don't think so. Then in-game cutscene. Nice. And from there, we need to do enchant from here, which can 99% sure can be done with free cast too. Magic is a little bit tight. No, actually, magic is gonna be super tight with no magic message. That might suck. Anything cool yet? There is kind of a slightly easier bronze skip using moving moving spell, just slightly. Like it helps. It doesn't help getting the trick, or rather, like getting the perfect. No, actually helps. It gives you more time to get to the proper position at the price of doing the enchant and all that. So I personally think it's worth it. Just to fail less. If you are like me and you're not that good at it. Yeah, like it helps with the first part, which is getting the zombie to actually grab you instead of hitting you. But it doesn't quite say with the other part about putting the damage field in the correct position, which is the part I struggle the most, I think. But it helps, so good. Do you know what that weird entity is, by the way? No. No, I have no idea. That was awesome though. And that's why I always want people to post videos. Because that kind of shit it's what people usually forget about because it's probably never gonna be useful, you know? And also a lot of those things are like super intricate to do. Yeah, of course. Like there was a similar not really similar thing, but like another thing when we transform Alex into a trapper. I don't remember how we do that. Is the sword with another object animations? Oh, that actually could be. Like Nemethir said, it kind of looked like the sword textures. It's kind of crazy. What did I miss? Not a whole lot, but there is. I'm gonna post it in the chat. Like actually, that was kind of at the beginning. I think I don't remember. But Pound got this that when trying to summon with a different ancient, the textures were still red, but like red with white. So I'm guessing like maybe the white part is textures of the sword and the red part. Oh wait, they're still red. But what about your sword or the trapper? Because like what things? Because it might be the enchant of the sword. The enchant was red, but the trapper was blue. Okay, so yeah, it might be just the Nemethir answer theory. It's probably the sword with the. That's so weird. 'Do I need to assign this at all? I almost feel like I can do it from the pause. It is before using. I lost it. Piano stuff. Nice. The object goes away. Yeah. Okay, let's watch some stuff. What is this? Yo, nice. This was one of the things I was wondering when I was thinking on my head all the cutscenes where we could move. This was one of those. I was thinking more of Peter, but yeah, I mean it's the same thing here. And yeah, I'm eventually gonna make it here. But I know you guys are gonna be way faster than me on Discovery stuff, just because I like to kind of stream everything and time stuff immediately. But I'm fine with that. Just where's the trapper though? He's still there. Where did he summon? No, I don't know. Where's that? Oh no, it's actually fairly close to the damage field, which kind of was there, but it kind of disappeared. Maybe this cutscene cleans things up. Alright, so this is after cleaning. So ideally, okay. So I can. That's kind of good. There is actually a pause. You can explode it, but I find it harder. Okay. So we have the pause of the brush. So on this pause, we create this spell, and we assign it to save a pause. There. So then on the same pause, brush, and then here I need to look up for magic. For now, I'm just gonna leave it there. We can hack that and find a better magic value. 39. That might be kind of right. Might be too high even, or too low. I don't know. So then there's this spell. So as soon as I see the B prompt, I can cast right. So there. Magic didn't go down. Oh no, it's unloaded. Okay, there you go. So 29. This bill is so cheap. What the fuck? Is it really just 10? I didn't remember that. Yeah, it's just 10. I tried having the sword already equipped, and after the weird apparition spawns, you no longer have the sword. Oh yeah, it disappears. Nice. Oh, but that's so weird. Like, you know that. I know it sounds crazy, but that can eventually lead into something related to Ace. I mean, it's just textures, but if you are moving something else that is important from the sword to the trapper, you're basically allocating memory on a different place. And that's basically what the last trick, the last big trick of Ocarina of Time was. They found a way to allocate a memory of an item into a different place in the memory. And that eventually led to Ace on Ocarina of Time. Piano thing only works if you avoid the camera change triggers. You messed up, you have to play the piano again to open the cabinet. Okay. How about enchant though? Does enchant do anything on that thing, or is it too? I guess it's too fast. You will need to clean the piano during the enchant. I don't know. All contributions are important, and all contributions go to the Eternal Darkness timeline document that I have. That has like the world record history that is not complete on speedrun.com because there's a lot missing from the Suiken era, and it has every single trick discovered and the date of when it was discovered. Okay, so what I was saying here is the chant fails when you open the yes or no text box. Oh, okay. Oh, that sucks. Oh, that really sucks for Peter. Because then, if we want to make this work on Peter, we will need a trapper, and that's very expensive on Magic. You know, like for Paul is fine because Paul is like he has a lot of magic and he runs a lot. And to see this document, I can actually send it to you, although it's kind of messy because it's not one of those documents that I do public purposes. So it's a little bit messy. Alright, so I actually have enough magic to like do the reco. So I mean the no magic message. Like what's the order? I need to keep the no magic message, right? I'm guessing. So I can have pause here, yeah. Okay. Yeah, the document even has the SDA era with the very first run ever of Eternal Darkness by Matt Anti, and then the second segmented from Spiral Out, and then the last one from Old Squad. And then after that, like the very first single segment, which was like a 2 hour 31 from Soigen. No, I lost the save state. Oh, whatever. So you only have to be sure to have no magic here, which isn't as easy as it looks. Because the easiest way to manage magic or keep magic low is with a Zelda Reco, and that's kind of fucked up bleeding walls. But a very useful variable, which comes into advance when camera changes finishes. Interesting. Can you put that same message, sir, on the Discord for the future? Because right now I have Japanese, so I cannot really save it into my thing. But if we need it in the future, it's probably gonna be lost on my chat. So just copy paste it just in for the future. I've been trying to mess around with text boxes, stuff keep crashing. Two text boxes. It's actually a soft lock more than a crash, unless you are like doing something else. But yeah, two text boxes. It's always so far it's always a soft lock because one doesn't let you get rid of the other. That soft lock has been for a while actually with other stuff. Okay, so what is the other way? What else can I do? Can I make it with um, this? No. No, actually, I cannot move. Uh, Let me look at my spells. The damage field is same as Reco, so actually I shouldn't do Reco at all because of explosion. So I actually should be doing damage field. This spell, yeah. Reveal is only 10. I also forgot about that. Okay, so I'm doing that then. I can manage magic pretty well with reveal. That's all we have, right? Yeah. The other is enchant. Right, then this shouldn't be that hard to just manage magic. Like, if you're here, you can do a random amount of reveals, so you're sure that you have quite low magic. That is definitely good magic so far. This puts the wiki to shame. Absolutely. I mean, the wiki, it's too old, and I guess just didn't have the most hardcore players or dedicated players. But yeah, that document is so good so far. It's still very incomplete. Like, there's so much stuff that is missing, but it has like a lot of stuff. Like damage for every weapon, HP for a lot of enemies, not all of them, but a lot, and pretty much stats for every spell. The other games I speedrun, the wiki is notoriously inaccurate. We have to use our own data because it's usually wrong. It's something that happens a lot. Like, I've seen a lot of wikis being inaccurate. It definitely depends on how hardcore the players that did it were. But there's others that are, and I mean, it kind of depends on which level you want to play the game. Like, usually in speedrun, it's like the highest, most hardcore level, in my opinion. So you will found those inaccuracies. Like, for instance, the wiki of Final Fantasy X, it's actually pretty good for all the stuff I did on Final Fantasy X, which wasn't speedrun, was like challenges, but there were glitchless, you know? So I only needed stats that like a hardcore player, non-speedrunner would know, you know? So for that purpose, the wiki was really good. But it's probably not that great for a speedrunner who needs, glitches and stuff. For Japanese, you got it for Japanese. Amazing. Nice. So I still don't quite understand the function of this. I need to read it again. Tell me which cutscene to advance. So is it related to the cutscene timer that we got the other time? Cutscene. Camera thing. Well, it's fairly close. 4 by. It's different? Okay. Okay, so then here we have this. So we got this spell, sign it, brush. I cancel it. And here, I'm actually gonna be here already. In the rat. It's the same cutscene values though. Okay. Oh, that's useful. And then up left. And there you go. No, wait, no shotgun. Okay. Oh, it's invisible shotgun. Interesting. You know, this could be like a sanity effect, right? This is something that we should show Dennis. Like, you should have done this sanity effect. Invisible weapon. Well, it's showing there. And it's probably gonna come back here. Yeah. Interesting. Can you pre-render? Really? I tried yesterday. I don't think I got it with pre-rendered. But let's try it then. No? Or do I need something else? I'm gonna put my position to see if I was actually moving, but I guess I need something else. Because I kind of remember when I was trying it offline that the pre-render one didn't work. It worked on US? Oh, then it's a Japanese thing. That sucks. Oh, wait a second. Because that's gonna come into the differences.
Deep into that darkness peering, long I stood there, wondering, fearing, doubting.
Should go to a BRB in a couple minutes. Lindsey Silver. No? Lindsey. Zombies. Alright, this is US. This is just to double check. Be absolutely sure that it's not your emulator or something. Or my emulator. Or I don't know. I was too scared. No. Yeah, it was intro. You use intro. There you go. Yeah, that's why I double check. I'm already here, so might as well just practice this part. And I'm probably gonna do a load test of this part to be sure. What is the time say? I just want to know. Do you think we had enough time to start the thing before using the brush? Like here? Oh, it's like not quite. No? Okay. I shouldn't walk there because I'm gonna recover magic. Yeah, okay. So it's intro. Good.
Deep into that darkness peering.
Alright, so to do this, I kind of want to save from where. Like, I don't really care about the horror. Yeah, I can just save here. So, like, so it outside the trigger range. I'm actually gonna head up for the BRB before doing this, because it might take me a while. You can maybe leave the item on the screen and skip the cinematic. You mean with an enchant? Or what? Oh no, the other item. Oh wait. Can you do that? Nice softlock. I wasn't able to move there. Let's try different parts. It's a different one. There's no. That's also a softlock. Oh no, it's a big room storage. It's kind of a storage, or rather, like a. It's not exactly a big room storage. It's more of an input storage. Oh, that. But am I moving here? Yeah, I'm actually moving. Was it the loading zone not there, or what? Why I was able to move one time but not the other? Oh, the pause. Never mind. That's pretty good. So it's 4 Bs. 1, 2, 3, 4. I'm gonna do it early. 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah, it's too early. So as soon as I hear the thing smashing the ground, I think I can do it. And we have the necklets. Alright, that's pretty good. We're gonna load that after the BFB. Okay. I actually think I had a song before. Sorry. Yeah, just when the dogs arrive. That's wonderful. Wonderful time for a BRB. Okay, be right back.